HTTPS Twitch TV / Nitro _ Nebula.
But also, just to think about, Yendo kills you in 1 second on 1020.
Oh, fucking hell!
You get 1 second of him.
Okay, so for Custom Night, I say we do beat every single challenge level. Easy, medium, normal, hard, and very hard. Oh no, we already did normal, didn't we?
Yeah, so we just boot up hard.
Yeah, let's just up to hard then.
In Discord stream.
Okay, actually, because we are coming back to this after like a while of pause, I would like to go back to normal.
You can if you want, but I think I want to go to hard.
Okay, would you stand by while I did my warm-up real quick?
Sure. No one's here yet, so I'm not wasting anyone's time.
Why am I watching my own stream? Why would I want to watch my own stream when someone else is streaming? Alright, we're going back to normal. Okay, so it's Gendo, Bonnet, Lolbit.
Yes.
Gendo, Bonnet, Lolbit. Alright, and silence is key for this, I think. What the fuck is that door closed? Jesus Christ, man. Oh, I thought he was on that side. I'm losing it, I swear to Christ.
He did have a strategy for Freddy / Electrobad, but honestly I think what we're doing is better. He wants you to, like, tilt, like, move your mouse over to the side that he's on so your, like, camera is, like, tilted in that direction.
Huh?
To
You
do
know that? Sorry,
Yeah, I was saying that he had a strategy for Freddy and Electrobad, but I think our head tilt thing is way better.
What was his strategy?
He moves the mouse to the side of the screen that Freddy's on, so you are, like, looking that way.
No, I much prefer the head tilt.
Yeah.
It's, because then you can't lose track of where that is never moving. With this, you always have to move it, cameras, bonnet, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that might be self-explanatory, but just to make sure that we are all on the same page. For Bonnet, you want to have your mouse ahead of her and then click when she gets there instead of trying to, like, follow her.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
You click where she's gonna be, not where she's...
That's what I was doing too, but he mentioned it in the video, so I felt like it was worth throwing any negative info.
Yes, do that. I'm gonna, if I do say, like, oh, that's what I've already been doing, that's what I've been doing, but, like, still tell me things.
Yeah,
That's not me, like, trying to dismiss the information. That's me just saying, we're good on that, we're clear.
He unfortunately didn't have any, like, super handy thing, like, oh, when your camera is like this, your mouse is here for, like, when the mini arenas are blocking everything, so it's just, we gotta feel it.
Alright, we're back in. Already? Oh, that one.
But Laura's gone.
Yeah, sorry. I knew I was I like registered that was still open as you said that.
Yeah.
Hi there, Yendo. Hi there, Yendo. Sorry, wrong one. Shit, wrong one. Still no one yet. Okay. Shit, Foxy. There we go. Okay, yeah, power really isn't going to be an issue. Oh, Biddy Bad will. Zero, like, I didn't pay attention. I don't know if I didn't pay attention or if I just didn't comprehend any of Biddy Bab's things.
I think it's a mix of both, because I died to Biddy Bab. I don't know what you died to whenever we did the Golden Freddy very hard. But there's like so many other things going on that my brain just tunes out Biddy Bab. But
All right, I have to pee again. Hold on.
damn.
my god.
Hello. Hello. But it seems like because the difficulties have different times for when things attack, the strategy doesn't work exactly on anything other than very hard.
I wouldn't think so.
So it seems like normal and regular hard are just going to be go with it.
Play the game.
Yeah. And then very hard will settle into the cycle.
Order of operations. My head started following the lore, and I was like, no, get back over here.
That has happened to me a few times. It is not good.
If you shock and then you change things quickly, it shocks both.
That is news.
I don't know.
Are you sure you aren't just
to me,
holding
like,
down the button on accident for both cameras, so you technically press it twice?
I mean, I'm pressing E.
Yeah. But I think, like, it carries over the input, so you're on a new camera, so it starts the input again.
I've definitely got the biddy babs down. Nope.
That could have been bad.
Could have. I'm fucked, kind of. No. Oh, it's absolutely her being there. That could have been bad. I win though.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why I just expected the fucking numbers to count up.
No, like Ultimate Custom Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I really like this custom night. Because while I was watching you play, I was thinking about like how everything has a clear and defined tell for what they do, and you have something that you can do about them at all times. It comes down to reaction, but it's not like, oh, Toy Bonnie decided to show up and now you're screwed. It's not like, oh, Toy Bonnie's there, gotta put on the mask. I need to wind up the music box, but Toy Bonnie's here, so I can't.
Everything, you can appropriately react to everything without something in particular fucking you over.
I think legitimately the hardest part of this, other than like trying to catch Bonnet because you can't see the mouse very well, but I think the hardest part that's harder to just get used to is listening for Biddy Bab whenever everything else is so much louder.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Biddy Bab is the hardest thing to listen for, but if you just listen for the bom bom bom, it should be good.
Yeah.
That clanging is the loudest part.
This is probably not remotely helpful at this point, but Ballora.
Mm-hmm.
You've already figured out when to shut the door, so it doesn't really matter knowing exactly how it works. But she has 4 different stages, not anywhere near you, so you can't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
Distant, moderate, and then loud.
Mm-hmm. You close when loud.
Yeah, I don't hear distinct stages of the audio, so I don't really know how that works, but
I hear none, sort of close, definitely at one of my sides, and right next to my door.
yeah, like literally in my face.
Yeah, like very clear that that's danger.
'Cause, like, sometimes I get really stressed out, so I'm like, oh, it's starting to get really loud, but it's not quite there yet. And she just kind of like hovers there. Like, I swear there's like a line in the hallway that's between loud and moderate, and she just keeps like dancing over it just to screw with me. And I'm like,
The funniest part
I'm
is
not gonna
whenever
press
she
it
fucking changes sides 16 times
before
fuck
doing
you.
anything. Yeah. All right, you ready for hard?
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds.
Oh, this is strange. My phone is telling me the stream uptime never stopped during our break,
Um,
but I 100% did stop the stream. Like it tells me like the stream uptime and it's 6:42.
that is not correct.
That is when we started earlier. But if I go to videos, past broadcasts, yeah, it has the standalone stream from before, so I definitely did stop it. I don't know why my phone is displaying it that way. That's funny. Oh, I was wrong apparently. The FNAF World stream was not 5.5, it was 5 hours and 2 minutes and a half.
Okay. So we definitely went up to it.
Yes.
Alright, is it? I know I have it somewhere. Alright, you ready?
Uh, yes.
Alright, let's go. Wait, actually, predicted it.
Oh, god damn it. I did the funny thing again. Where I forgot to mute your stream, so Freddy is on both sides and I just die.
There's 100% blower outside my window. Whenever two things are attacking you at once, and you cannot tell which one is which. Like 20% oxygen. Dude. Dude, what the fuck?
I got to like right there, and then I pressed W instead of E, and let Biddy Bep in.
Oxygen is so low.
I'm going to cry. I mistyped LOL. I did IL and then couldn't shut doors.
Man.
It was like 3 seconds away. All of my death have been from really stupid things so far. press the wrong button every single time.
Okay.
There wasn't a bonnet.
Why don't you come back here?
I'm typing LOL sometimes and it just doesn't work. I don't understand. Don't fucking want it!
Oh, this is so much harder than I thought it would be. You still there, Chase?
Yep.
How are you doing?
I'm incredibly frustrated with myself. I keep pressing the wrong button at like 3 seconds from winning.
I keep losing track of who's doing what, where, when.
I keep messing up at like 1 a.m., losing track of everyone, figuring it back out, and then getting to 5 a.m. and then doing something stupid. Like the first time this happened, I pressed a W instead of E, so I let Bidybab in. Then the next time I pressed W instead of S and let Yendo kill me. And the next time I misspelled LOL and let Lolbit stop me from stopping Bonbon, so Bonbon killed me. Oh, believe me, I would find a way to mess up inputs on console. It's not like I fat-fingered the keyboard and just hit an extra button. I pressed the wrong one. Like hitting W instead of S is the equivalent of hitting Y instead of A, or triangle instead of X, whatever console you use. X instead of B in case of Nintendo. Though I guess the LOL thing wouldn't happen on console. There's not a third stick to press down.
Okay. Inhale, exhale. Let's do this shit. No, I'm not.
Did it.
I kind of want to go straight to very hard and see if that's more manageable.
I'm honestly starting to think it might be because we have the rough idea of when to do what, but also doing it on regular hard makes you more used to how things interact. So, I don't know. Your call. Because I'm down taking a couple minute break for you to finish up hard.
I don't think me finishing hard is going to happen. I don't think I've even gotten to 3 a.m.
Yes, the numbers have doubled, but I wouldn't say the difficulty necessarily has doubled now.
I'd say it has.
From 10 to 20, you think the difficulty doubles?
No. Sorry, I thought you meant from 5 to 10.
No. Genuinely, I don't think the difficulty doubles from 5 to 10 either.
What's it called? Today, someone else who was asking me how my Thanksgiving was, and I was like, it was not terrible. I ran around to several Thanksgivings and then played Fnaf. And most of today I've been playing Fnaf. He was like, it's Lamau, Fnaf's your comfort game. And I was like, I'm not comfortable. I, I said, we're struggling through all of them. Said, is sister location that hard? I said, yes.
Yeah, I know how the AI works. Well, that's kind of why I think upping the numbers to a degree makes things slightly easier, because they don't stick around as much. More so in, like, FNAF 1. Because if you get bad rolls, a level 1 Bonnie can sit at your door for 3 hours. The level 20 Bonnie's not going to do that. So specifically for power management purposes, not necessarily for like character management purposes, I find that very hard is going to be easier because there are going to be less times where I have to hold the door shut. Not that they really stand outside the door in this one, but Ballora will move faster, so still applicable. It's like a 2/3 chance for Yendo. Higher chance for Bonnet, I don't remember exactly what it was. And then a little bit takes 3 seconds to go crazy.
Yeah, 1 monitor per second.
Well, the mini arenas aren't guaranteed every camera flip, so technically, however unlikely it may be, it is still possible that you can go through the entire night without a single mini arena. But good luck with that. But I've gotten to the point where not having the mini arenas feels weird. Because like every time I start the night over, I'm like, I can see the office, I don't know what's happening, there's so much space here. Yeah, I think Electrobap and Mini Arena are actually going to be easier on 20 mode, just because they're going to be on a faster cycle, so you're more likely to be ready for them. Instead of getting like caught off guard because you had to check Foxy because there's nothing going on, stuff like that. Probably explaining that
My
poorly,
guess is that
but
it will be every 2 Foxy checks will be a mini arena.
that is the idea, yeah.
No. Okay.
Because remember, it's check everything to make sure where people are, like spatially, not camera-wise, obviously. Open up the camera to check Foxy, put it down, Yendo, bonnet, a little bit, and then it should be time to shock the mini arenas and the electrobabs after, once again, making sure you know where everyone is. Read your chat.
I'm reading.
Acknowledge your chat.
I'm giving up.
No! Remember what we're fighting for. Father, it's me, Michael.
Father. Not really, because like I'm not really working for an end goal. I'm just trying to be like I experienced all the FNAF games. Not I look. I didn't even beat FNAF 1020 originally, like the original 1020. I'm gonna be so real. I didn't even finish the first 5 nights of FNAF 4.
Remember, you beat 1020
I'm a
on
little
your
bitch.
iPad, phone, device, tablet, not computer. That's the full title, by the way.
Huh?
Anyway,
Huh? I have no idea what you just said.
I had one of those moments where I forget the exact word I'm looking for, so I just say a whole bunch of words to make myself not look stupid, but it just looks worse.
That makes you look very stupid.
But then having your response just be, huh?
Ooh.
But I was saying, remember you beat 1020 on mobile.
Yes.
So technically you
Like
have
8
done
years
that.
ago.
Okay, it still happened.
8 years ago, I did this challenge already. Not this challenge, but the other
Because the
one.
mobile port assist relocation never got the stupid custom night.
Nope. Like my
So I
mobile
never got
didn't
to
get the
experience this.
Halloween update.
I'm bitter about that. Because I remember like stalking the App Store like every 30 minutes after the Halloween update dropped. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I never got it. I like came home from school that day or whatever place I was at, and I ran straight to the iPad. I'm like, I can't wait to play the Halloween update for 5 nights at Freddy's. Where is it?
My friend just straight up said that said that he didn't like World, and I was like, "You're cringe." FNAF World is the best FNAF game. He said, "No, I like 3."
This is bait.
I said 3 is so bad. Like after fully completed, it's so
You can't
boring.
dislike World and like 3. That's just not a thing.
That I like the vibe and the story it sets up and the multitasking. There's no multitasking.
There is turn to the left and then pray nothing decides to screw you over. That's multitasking. You click one button and you're waiting and praying.
There's no multitasking.
There's really not. There's one animatronic.
It's just sit. Hey, did we ever figure out? You know the like strategy we used to beat aggressive nightmare, right?
Unfortunately. Yes.
Okay, so that strategy. Does that work on other nights, or does that work only on that night?
I'd imagine it works on every night.
Yeah, because it just abuses his
Oh, wait, actually,
his
hold
movement
on.
opportunities.
It might not. The video I watched on
You
it was
don't.
uncertain on if it was a Nightmare Night exclusive feature that the Phantom animatronics don't reappear.
No, that would make no sense if it was only Nightmare Night, because a Nightmare Night would make the most sense that they would reappear.
No, because you die if it happens to you. So there's no point in having them appear multiple times. I don't know. I haven't tested it, but there's also like no reason to. The game is perfectly playable nights 1 through 5. But yes, it'll work on at the very very least Nightmare and Aggressive Nightmare. Yep,
Yeah,
3 is not fun.
FNAF
You're
3 is the
correct.
only one I have no hope on. Use your eyes to see.
But I've been using my eyes to hear this whole
Like, you
time.
gotta
What do you mean?
understand, auditory
Also,
processing disorder is real.
I say that as a joke, but honestly, I do use my eyes to help me keep track of the audio cues.
Hold on. My friend said the control panel and like the things that are multitasking are the control panel and keeping Springtrap moving. I said I could show you me beating the night using the panel once easily at the very beginning and then never again. Never, not even using cams. He
Well,
said, "Yeah, night one." I said, "Nope, not night one. Aggressive nightmare."
technically you are using camera. You're just not watching them.
But I mean, I'm not looking at the cameras. I'm keeping them open for like one frame.
I like the night one. No, I got some nightmare. I did watch a challenge video that was beating the game without using the maintenance panel at all.
How'd that go?
They did it. They didn't do aggressive nightmare,
I
but they
assume it was
did
just
do the actual like game itself.
the Five Nights.
I believe nightmare as well.
Yeah, it's just get rid of. I think it would just be, don't stay in the cams too long. No, because then you have to get rid of Freddy. Interesting conundrum.
Yep, I watched all those. Oh, I can watch that now. Yeah, yeah. I can watch that now because we beat the game. Thank you for reminding me about that.
All right. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've proven myself. I did normal. Uh, I'm gonna make a few more attempts at Golden Freddy, but like if I don't beat it in these in like 20 minutes, I'm not gonna continue.
I am.
I've played so much Sister Location that this is like one of those ones that I'm like, I'm gonna come back to that.
If you say so, but I am not willing to hop over to Pizza Sim yet. I can do this. I know I can do this. I think I can make it happen in 2 hours.
I'll keep going as long as you're going, but if you beat it and I don't, we're gonna do the FNAF FNAF 2 10-20 thing where I'm like, ah, well,
Sure.
cool.
There's no disbanding.
Nah. This is how we've been doing this entire time. He'll beat something I can't, and I'll go, well, that ship sailed.
They beat something I can't, and I go, wait, hold on, I'll finish it. I'll figure it out.
He has more endurance. I'm here for a good time. He's here to prove his worth.
I'm here for a long time. Not a good time. I will have no fun, but I will continue. Whoa. In case you're not aware of the Fnaf 3 strategy we're talking about, it's so lame, but it counteracts like 90% of the stupid Springtrap RNG, so I don't feel bad using it, but it's so lame. Basically, you want Phantom Freddy to jump you somewhere in between the start and like 10 seconds after 1 a.m. And then once he does that, he'll never come back again, so you can idle in the office as long as you want. Phantom Freddy will never come. So you repair your ventilation that one time, and at that point, every 8 seconds, you want to...
Fnaf 4.
You want to do a...
I've never beaten it.
You want to do a frame 1 camera flip to where it doesn't properly open, but it tricks the ventilation into thinking that you're not idle. So your ventilation will never fail, and you'll never be in cams officially, so Springtrap can never jump you. So just every 8 seconds, you just spam the camera button, and then Springtrap is right inside your office. He's hanging out right next to you. You can hear each other breathing, you're so close. He'll never kill you. It's so boring, but it's better than using the 2 audio clues you get and having him ignore all of them. But that's the only one we've, like, cheesed. Everything else we did, like, legitimately do.
Through, like, strats.
I mean, Fnaf 4, I did my
like,
own strat.
Actual strategies. You made your own strat, which I probably could get through the game playing.
You just haven't tried
really
yet.
don't like 4.
No, you
I
like 4,
will
you just can't
eventually.
play 4.
I promise that I will eventually. Huh?
I said you like 4, you just can't play 4.
Yes.
I win.
Huh?
I said I win.
Yes.
I stopped the I stopped the FNAF 4 slander.
I don't like 4. I love FNAF 4. It's my least favorite.
FNAF 3 exists.
What's it called? Okay. Also, I think this custom night has done something impossible.
It made me like Sister Location.
This has one-upped FNAF 2 as my favorite FNAF game. Fuck the main game, but the custom
just
night?
The custom night alone
is
great. I really like it. Like the one thing I think I don't like is that the 5th mini arena just blocks your cursor no matter what, so you just can't see where you're clicking on Bonnet. So if you mess up like slightly, it's just done. It's like that one is the only one that feels slightly out of your hands. I know it's not because you can just get used to it, but that one is the one that feels the most like the control has been swept out from underneath me.
I'm gonna be so real. Whenever I don't even like pay attention to where I'm clicking with the bonnet anymore.
I know, it just kind of happens.
Hear her, and then I just know where I'm clicking.
Yeah, the last time I got killed by Bonnet, I didn't even see Bonnet. Like, I was playing, didn't see Bonnet. I watched my stream back, I still didn't see Bonnet. I don't know what happened that time.
Like, I'll make a few more attempts at Golden Freddy, but like, there's one of two things that'll happen here. Either I'll get...
What if you just do it first try?
If I do, well then, I did it.
I think you'd make someone very upset if you get it first try. Oh, did
That
you read
someone
my
would be you,
stream?
wouldn't it?
No. Were you
What
watching
did I
my
read?
chat whenever I beat normal mode?
No.
Clash and Assassin missed that we went to normal mode, and judging from the reaction given, it looked like they thought I just first tried very hard. Which I would love to have said I could do, but I'm not magic. I don't think there is a soul alive that can first try Golden Freddy mode. Like, maybe in theory if you do easy, normal, and then hard before very hard, but just going to very hard, I don't think anyone could just
Yeah.
do that first try.
I want to go see Namekian.
That's me.
Oh, it's twitch.tv. Yeah, sure, you can go to my channel if you not give a shit. So you can just click on. Look at me. Fnaf sister location. This is stream Fnaf sister location and Fnaf World. That's what you stream. It's all you stream.
Me?
Yes, according to Twitch. The Namekian G streams Five Nights at Freddy's sister location and Fnaf World.
Oh, it's because
That's it.
my previous streams got delisted already. They expired.
All my streams are still up.
I have the highlights, but the streams themselves are gone. So the only streams I have are FNAF World and Sister Location.
Yes, show me all my recent. Yeah, the original FNAF stream, then the FNAF 2 one, the second FNAF 2 one that devolved into Fortnite. This one was also FNAF 2, and then it was Fortnite. This one was FNAF 2. This one was FNAF 2. This one was Destiny. This one was FNAF 2. Then FNAF 3. We were on FNAF 2 for a fucking long time. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
keep in mind
That one was FNAF 2.
Keep in mind that one of those FNAF 2 streams ended up being a FNAF 3 stream.
Two of them did.
Only one of them?
They both show FNAF 3 gameplay
What?
from like 2 weeks ago.
That doesn't make sense. Because we did the one stream where you got sick of Night 6 and we started FNAF 3, and then we went back to FNAF 2 until I beat 1020, and then the next stream we went back to FNAF 3.
Why does barreling through FNAF Sister Location have so many views?
Apparently people like Sister Location.
Bitches love my sister location.
My version of that stream has 28 views. Maybe they just like barrels.
Who's watching? 2013 PewDiePie.
Wow, not a single one of my highlights have views. Oh wait, hold on. FNAF 4 blind mode has one view.
My brother is begging for my copy of Mario Kart.
L.
You want to know why I probably won't give it to him?
Because
Because in order to log into my Nintendo account, he has to log in through my Google account, and I'm not giving him my Google login. He wants it by 12. It's if I give it to him, it's not going to be by 12. I'm going to have to come over and put it in because I'm not giving him my Google account.
Do you have it digitally?
Yeah.
You said he wanted your copy.
He wants to use my copy of
You don't
Mario
have a
Kart. He doesn't
copy.
have Mario Kart. Yes, I do. I have a digital copy. Chase!
That's not a copy. You have new chat.
Hello there. How are you doing? You caught me while I'm sitting here in the main menu. I'm not dropping frames, am I?
Doesn't look like it to me.
Is my Twitch stream good?
I'm watching your Twitch stream.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
You good? Okay. It's frozen on my end.
It was frozen on mine earlier, but I hit refresh and it's good.
Okay, anyways. I'm gonna reload. We are currently doing 1020. It's going very bad, very bad.
I wouldn't say very bad.
It's going very bad.
I wouldn't say very bad. The fact that we got
I'd say
here.
very
The
bad.
fact that we got here.
Maybe. The
Means
real
it's going
1020.
pretty well. The real 1020 was the friends we made along the way.
Exactly. Exactly. Can I get an amen? Amen. Amen.
Give me a second to tab over to your chat because FNAF doesn't want to give me my mouse. Will I ever get there? Huh. I don't think I get to go over there. Wait, maybe? Oh. There we go. There you go.
What's going on?
I had to tab. I
Amen.
had to tab over to the send a message box because I don't have mouse
Oh, so it's not
access.
amen, it's amen.
Okay, my bad. I'm so sorry.
I like amen. Right, Ken? Give me an amen. Amen. Please, Lord, this boy needs Jesus. Heal this child. Destroy these demons. Please give me a brand new car and a prostitute while my life is sick. You know, song by Eminem. You know him from Fortnite, right? Eminem? Eminem.
I'm
There you
having
go.
too much fun with this. Okay, that's enough stalling. We have to biddy the bads.
I cannot go and just fucking log into my Switch for you, man. I'm busy. I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyways, you ready?
One tab, and yes.
Go. Oh, we're like perfect, I think, there. Wait, there's so many things.
I got to 1 a.m. I didn't hear the bitty bab noise, though.
Okay. Back in!
Bonnet pisses me off.
Bonnet is leading cause of death. Hey, so where's the cheese strap?
was no...
Hey, whenever you get the chance, check my stream. My Twitch stream.
There's either Bonnet or Biddy Bab. If I hear the Biddy Bab and block that vent, then Bonnet doesn't care that I clicked her, and then I lose.
And it moves so fast.
If I click on Bonnet, then Biddy Bab kills me. I don't hear this noise.
I don't know if I played too much Fnaf 5 or not enough, but it starts sobbing.
I had like a really good run. It was almost 2 a.m. and I hit S and A at the same time. Didn't want to do that. My fingers just aren't listening. Because this one thing if I die because I do the wrong thing, and it's just demoralizing whenever I sent the signal to do the right thing, and then that is not at all what I did.
Jesus. Press on the button! It was entirely my fault, but I'm still mad about it. What was the order of events? I'm not having fun anymore. Least favorite Five Nights at Freddy game.
I think Yendo makes this really, really obnoxious.
I keep running out of oxygen and then not being able to see.
'Cause I feel like Yendo has the highest jump from 10 to 20. Because it goes from being a problem if you let it linger every time he shows up, but as long as you're not letting it kill you, it's not really affecting your oxygen that much. But on 20, it's like, oh, he existed for half a second, you are now blind. Which of course is combated by just realizing Yendo is there whenever you flip up the camera, but there's a lot of things happening. gonna play this time. This is just science. That's the fucking problem. The mouse doesn't go all the way to the left side of the screen, so you just can't bop on it sometimes.
After meditating for 72 hours, I'm finally ready to throw myself back into the frustration pit. It's clear now, so here let me clarify it a little bit.
I think I got to 2 a.m. by never opening up the camera. Which
I
is
want to
sad
get to 2
and
a.m. by
funny.
stopping this video game.
We still got 2 hours and 15 minutes. Because I think if this were a proper custom night, where you could customize it, that this would be better. Because, like, the 10 to 20 jump is kind of large. If I could just put them all on 15.
Here's a suggestion. We stop playing this game and go play Pizza Sim.
I gave you my terms.
How many more hours we got? It's been 20 minutes.
I told you I wanted today to be Sister Location. And if we beat Sister Location, we move on to Pizza Sim early. If I do not beat Sister Location today, we will move on to Pizza Sim.
What time are we planning on going till is my question.
I don't know. Until my will to live is shattered beyond a...
My will to live has already been shattered. If you refer to the stream, you can see that I've moved on to sadness.
Turn that frown upside down.
Where's the transform properties?
I don't know, because like the biggest problem for me personally is that the video that the guy made, he says, wait 4 to 5 seconds at the opening. Thank you. And then you flip up the camera. He doesn't say how long to flip up the camera, so I assume it's just a normal flip. And then he says, deal with Yendo, Bonnet, Lolbit, wait another 4 to 5 seconds, and then do another camera flip. But the Biddy-Bab cycle, not the Biddy-Bab cycle, the Electrobab cycle doesn't line up with that. I do that, and then Foxy gets angry, and the Electrobab drains everything. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm missing something, but he didn't... Like, usually he shows his entire run after he's finished explaining it, but this time he just showed, like, a couple clips from it, which isn't helpful. I want to see how you start. I want to see how you get into the flow, but he doesn't show that, and it's annoying. Like, he went really in depth through the inner night, and I feel like I could beat the inner night with my eyes closed as a result of that. But he glossed over some things that I really wish he didn't, like how long to leave the camera up. He doesn't say just like flash it. He doesn't say hold it up for a while. He just says look at Foxy. How long do I look at Foxy? Because you want us to be in like a somewhat consistent loop where we're listening for people, then flipping the camera, then dealing with Bana Yendo a little bit, and then listening for people, and then shocking Electrobab and Mini Reno, and then listening for people. But he doesn't give me the time frame I need to be able to fall into that loop. And it's annoying. Because I also just wish I could hear Biddy Bap. Because I wasn't having this problem before. But like even like that run I just did, where I didn't look at the cameras at all, I just let the oxygen do its thing, and then just did audio cue door shuts, and I just got lucky with Foxy every single time. He ran over and knocked on the door like 4 times. They just happened to be closed every time. But I was actually sitting there not flipping through cameras and causing a whole bunch of audio disturbances. I was actively listening to every audio cue, and I never heard Biddy Bap. And another thing that would be great for practice, that would exist in a actual custom night. I'm still grumpy about calling it a custom night when I can't customize anything about it. But if you could just turn not Electrobab, Bidybab down to 0, if I could practice 920.
Do 120, then 220, then 320. Just take them all up.
Exactly, because you can do that in Fnaf 1. That's the only game until Ultimate Custom Night that lets you actually customize your night.
FNAF 2.
You can't. Oh yeah,
You
you
can
can.
custom in FNAF
Okay.
2.
I'm
What's wrong
sorry.
with
I'm
you?
sorry for the FNAF 2 slander. You're right. You can do that.
Do not slander.
But it's a lost cause anyway because you can't change the puppet, and you can't turn Foxy off even if you turn Foxy off. So it's essentially not custom. That's the problem. There we go. So there's no point in trying to properly customize it because 2 of the animatronics don't care what you do. They will just do their own thing anyway. Foxy cannot be at 0, and Puppet will always be at max. So FNAF 1 is really the only one you can actually customize. Now, I guess technically, I'm pretty sure Foxy in FNAF 1 can't be on 0 either, but it's less of a problem because there's so few animatronics. There's not really a reason to only turn on 1 at a time. Although I might be wrong about FNAF 1, you might be able to turn Foxy off and have it work, but I don't believe so. I think it's like night 1 where technically, supposedly, Foxy isn't actually active, and you'll never know that he
Foxy
is.
never shuts the fuck up. He
Shut.
just always is there in every game. If he's there, he's there.
Uh. Pizza Sim. Don't tell me Milton Freddy. Don't say it.
Molten Freddy.
Nope, that's Freddy.
No, actually, it's just Ennard minus baby.
Masquerading as Freddy.
Taking on the visage of Freddy.
And
Not
the
quite
name.
masquerading.
Quite
It
literally
doesn't call itself.
masquerading.
It doesn't call itself Molten Freddy.
By that logic, it doesn't call itself Ennard.
It doesn't. It doesn't call itself anything.
Okay, Foxy doesn't call
It
itself
calls itself
Foxy,
the
so there.
Stitch Wraith.
Foxy doesn't call itself Foxy, so there's no such thing as Foxy.
Somebody calls it Foxy. It calls itself Foxy.
No, it doesn't. Funtime Foxy doesn't even speak in Sister Location.
Showtimes are all every hour on the hour.
No, that's Ultimate Custom, right?
Still Funtime Foxy.
I
I don't know
said
why. That's one of my
Funtime
favorite
Foxy doesn't
math
talk.
lines. I don't know.
I
He's
said
just so pissed that you didn't show up at his show.
I said that Funtime Foxy doesn't speak in Sister Location. Ultimate Custom Night is irrelevant.
You're irrelevant.
I know. But I like how the Biddy Babs show up and then never show up again. They're just randomly there for no reason. Because like even the mini arenas come back with UCN.
So, how's that sit in silence going?
Okay, I'm gonna do one more attempt and then I'm going to go get a drink and that will make me be clear of thought.
I need several drinks. Strong ones. We've all.
My brain is just not functioning that fast today. Or right now. I need this caffeine.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't get it. Like, okay, I'm gonna be so real with you. This is probably possible. Definitely possible. I'm overstimulated.
Exactly. Because I can explain
Like,
exactly what just happened to me. Freddy ran over to the left, or sorry, he ran over to the right, yelled, "It's time for a surprise!" So Bonbon was on the left, and I shut that door. And I flipped up my camera just as I heard the vent noises from the Biddy Bab. So I shocked everyone I needed to, looked at Funtime and Foxy. I threw down my monitor as I was shutting the vent door. I was like, okay, good, I have shut the vent door. I realized Yendo has been there. And I'm like, oh, I need to pull the monitor back up for Yendo, but I spent too long thinking about the vent on the Biddy Bab that I didn't stop Yendo. Because I am thinking of one thing at a time, and I need to not think one thing at a time. So I will be right back, and hopefully I will be able to think thoughts.
You back? You have a drink?
Yep. I think
Alright.
I'm gonna keep going until like 1, and then I don't know. I'll reevaluate switching to pizza soon, depending on how I feel.
I
But I
have.
think
I'm being. Oh, sorry.
no, you finish first.
No, you were already started.
But I think realistically, what's going to end up happening is I am not going to succeed here. I'm going to maybe get a little better at some things, but I think overall I'm mostly going to just hit that slump where I'm getting worse every time because it's late, my senses are dulled, and I am just not capable of the level of focus I need. So I think what's going to end up happening is we are going to end up moving on from this, and I'm going to have to stream this one on my own.
Yeah, I don't know. Think I have more than like one more run of this in me. Like this is, and I mean this in the most like serious way possible, overstimulating. Like this is giving me a headache. Like there's too many sounds and lights and things flashing and things to like my eyes are darting across the thing, my head's, tilting back and forth, my fucking eyes, everything is fucking everywhere. And it's just overstimulating. And I'm not sure how many more of these I've got in me.
It's kind of interesting. Amusing. I don't know what adjective to use. Adjectives suck. But
Terrible. The adjective is terrible.
it's like you remove Bitty Bap, and this is perfectly manageable. It's like that inclusion of that third thing you have to have active, total listening towards, on top of everything else you need to be like physically on top of. Also, part of me does wish I was on console because Lolbit is trivial on console.
Really? What's a little bit's mechanic on console?
You click the left stick, then the right stick, then the left stick.
Dude!
You don't have to take your hands off of anything.
Fuck!
Because that's the problem with Lolbit here. It's like, I either have to take my hands
Gotta
off the
talk and be
door
like,
or take
okay,
the
yeah.
hands off the mouse.
You have to take what you gotta do is you gotta take your hands from WASD and move them to L and O.
I was thinking about it while I was gone, and like the question of is Sister Locations 1020 harder than FNAF 2's? And I think that genuinely just comes down to how you want to qualify difficulty. Because Sister Locations is easier in the sense of if you have what you need to do down, you can do it just fine. But it's harder in the sense of the things you need to have down are harder to have down. But for
You
2,
have to
it
be
doesn't matter if you have everything down because there's that element of luck to it, where if Toy Bonnie just shows up and ruins your day, or Toy Bonnie just shows up and ruins your day, there's not really anything you can do about that. So it's harder in the sense that it is partially luck-based, and it doesn't matter how good you are, some things can still just screw you over. So they're difficult in like 2 completely different directions, and whether you want to say one is harder than the other really just comes down to how you want to define difficulty in that context.
I'd say that this one is harder. The other one is more difficult. Does that make any sense? Or do I have to elaborate?
I would say that this one's more difficult, but 2 is harder.
Okay, we may mean the same thing,
We
just to
do.
define the words differently.
We
I don't
definitely
know.
do.
I think this one is like difficulty. in my opinion, is based off of how much you have to try. How hard it is just in general. If you were good at the game, this would be easy. If you were good at the game too, it'd still be hard.
Yeah.
So this is more difficult, but the other one's more is harder.
It's like this one, you have to be at peak form at all time for the whole 6 minutes. And technically you do for two as
Yes.
well. It's just, it's really the same thing
Except
over
Bonnie.
and over and over. Unless Toy Bonnie just shows up
Toy
and says
Bonnie.
fuck you in particular. It's like the stupid little goofy
Hey,
grin he has too. He's just sitting in the vent, he's like, I know what I'm doing.
real quick, I'm gonna do something really quickly just so that I am not weirdo. Um, hold this for me, because I don't want to forget how it's spelled.
Uh, got it. What are you doing though?
And change my name.
Why?
Some trying to make sure somebody can find me.
Oh.
What?
Oh, this is weird.
Huh?
I have OBS like half tabbed open. So I
Mm-hmm.
have my game cursor mouse and my real mouse locked in the center. And it's weird how like watching my real mouse, it feels so restrictive and I'm stuck in the center because I literally am. But as soon as I look at the game capture, the mouse feels completely normal and free. But anyway, back to the conversation we were having.
Yes.
You wanted someone to find you, but
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
presumably it's someone you know, which would mean you could just send to them your current username instead of needing to change it.
No, I sent them a friend request, and I'm just worried that they don't recognize headset microphone Afton.
Oh, I see. Imagine sending friend requests.
Shut up!
Imagine
What the
having
fuck is going
friends.
on with my monitor? I sent a request to be a friend. I don't have them as a friend yet.
My friends are not my power.
Me and my best friends. Not finishing that.
Okay. I don't know what that is, so.
Good.
Uh,
You wouldn't want to.
Alright.
Hold on. I'm curious. I'm gonna half tab into Discord. Oh, that's so strange.
What?
The half tab with the fucking cursor.
But it doesn't really change how the cursor works with
No,
Discord.
but it's strange because every once in a while it'll fucking pop up your goddamn mouse cursor.
Uh, I don't understand.
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
What is? I've got one more run in me.
Give me just a second.
Alright, let's go. Oh, waiting.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, I'll do one more because that was kind of weird as fuck. Yeah, nope. I'm not good at this.
That's new.
What?
That was on top of everything. It felt great, and then Ballora killed me. Apparently, I tuned out Ballora to listen to Biddy Bap. And I'm not exactly sure how that happened.
Okay. Where are you sitting at?
My chair.
Good. Okay. So, what's the what's the plan here?
Uh, I'm thinking I either go until 12:30 and then, or I'm gonna rephrase that. I'm thinking I go until 12:30 and then I either call it for the night or swap to Pizza Sim.
I'm down for whichever. Because we're definitely moving on to Pizza Sim tomorrow. Right?
Yes, either way, whether I beat it or not.
Yeah, either way. So it just depends on because okay, the thing is, I guess it entirely depends on when you want to get up. Because I'm probably gonna get up at the time I always get up, and then whenever I get up, we're gonna start. So it's entirely dependent on when you want to get off.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking I don't want to go as late as the Fnaf World stream or yesterday's, just so I can actually like get sleep and be able to properly focus on things. I think I probably will do a morning stream of Golden Freddy mode if you're not too heartbroken about not.
No, I
Yeah,
like okay, we've gone over that. You can like whenever it comes to things like this where I've like already tapped out, go right ahead.
yeah,
As long as I've already gone and said, okay, I'm probably not finishing this, go right ahead. I will not be heartbroken. As long as whenever if I do ever decide I'm going to do it, you're willing to, you know, bear with me.
yeah. But I
So yeah,
think
I would
that I will have
not
better
mind,
success doing it in the morning rather than at night.
probably. We have been playing Sister Location Custom Night all day.
Because that's the problem too. Part of me doesn't want to stop because I have had this constant stream of practice on it. It's like if I sleep on it, what's going to happen? Am I going to lose all my muscle memory? Am I going to like die to Yendo immediately? Like what's going to happen?
Yeah.
But at the same time, at this point, I am throwing myself at a brick wall because my brain is too tired to go, oh, that's Biddy Bap, I should press W. And instead it goes, oh, noise. What is, oh, I'm dead. Because it's like very few of my deaths on very hard so far have been what the heck just happened, or I didn't even hear that. Some of them have definitely been I didn't even hear that, but most of them have just been my own slow reaction time or just not processing and just sitting there like an idiot. Or fumbling the keyboard and pressing the wrong button, but same type of deal. So yeah, I guess that's 2 or 3 more tries until 12:30, and then I will decide if I feel like I can do enough in Pizza Sim to justify starting early.
We could do like a non salvage route. We could do one of our non salvage endings.
Right, that would still take an amount of time, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to focus on it. I don't know how to describe exactly how I feel right now.
That's fair. If you want to get off and go to bed, you can go to bed, man.
Yeah, I know. I'll decide at 12:30.
Okay. Oh shit. Restraint.
were you watching that one?
Yep. In
Can,
about 144p.
oh, damn.
But no, I saw what happened.
Well, if it was in 44p, you can't answer the question I was going to answer.
What was your question?
What kind of plane of existence did I just cross over in to be able to not die to as many disasters as I caused before the end of there?
I have no idea. I heard the little bit and I went,
Because, like, God, yeah, the lull bit happened. I totally lost track of Freddy. Apparently, I left a door shut and didn't realize, and that's the only reason I didn't die to Foxy there. I, I didn't shut that door to block Foxy. It was left closed because of Bonbon, probably. I didn't even notice it was still closed, and then Foxy just knocked on it. I went, "What is happening?" I think that was the moment that I totally lost track of everything because I was like realigning myself to what had happened for everything else. But that one was like my entire understanding of my office just got shattered whenever I realized that I had a door shut that I thought was open. At that point, it was just all over. And then, did I die to Yendo? Is that what happened?
yeah, it was Yendo. Which Yendo I think is the like biggest problem. Definitely, because he fucking blinds you. He blinds you as a character that is entirely dependent on you seeing him.
So true.
He makes you blind.
Yendo is the strongest FNAF character. He has one weakness, and his strength is removing it. It's like if Superman had a signature move that just evaporated all kryptonite near him. Why am I thinking of Superman when I do not think about Superman? I don't know. I'm tired.
I don't know. You're tired.
Okay.
A little bit.
I didn't even hear that at all.
Hey Chase, real quick, check your Discord in like 2 seconds. I'm sending you an important tweet.
Okay.
Important tweet straight to your inbox.
Because I didn't hear I don't want to play hide and seek. I didn't hear I'm gonna find a way inside, and I sure did not hear vent clinging. I just couldn't hear it. Too busy focusing on other things. Oh, hold on. Tap. No way.
It's real. It's canon. It's real.
Wait, I'm confused now. Why is half the people saying that it was an unused song and half the people saying it is a used song?
In the background. Okay, it was people were saying it's unused, but it's playing in the background. It's soft. Person was talking about it being scrapped. It said, "I have news for you." What? Songs used during Mike and Jeremiah's conversation in the background. Yeah. I don't know. I'll go back and watch. I shall find it.
Okay, last attempt of the night, and then I think I am just going to go to sleep,
Okay,
regrettably.
sounds good.
But it'll be okay because we're still gonna do Pizza Sim tomorrow, no matter what. We're gonna get through Pizza Sim tomorrow, no matter what. We'll be good at game. It'll go great.
And then day after will be UCN day, and then we'll be on to the Steel Wool games.
Yep, just help wanted and security breach after that. We're getting there. We're gonna get
Help
there
Wanted
by
is gonna
help
take
wanted too.
forever.
Not if we're just good. Not if we're just good.
I asked for another fucking week off. I'm like, okay,
Because I think
I need all
realistically,
this
at
time
this
off.
point, we have like all the skill set built up to totally wipe a FNAF 1, 2, 3 off of Help Wanted.
Hmm.
And then we'll definitely have
Oh yeah.
dark rooms, or sorry, not dark rooms. I mean, probably dark rooms. That's not what I meant to say though. Vent repair, parts and service should be easy too. It's always easy, from my recollection
I
anyway.
have parts and service is all right. I just have really shaky hands.
Yeah. So I think realistically, the night terrors are going to be the only thing that's going to pose a threat, and then whatever Dreadbear has. But also, I don't know how subtly Help Wanted changes the mechanics, so it might be offsetting the skills that we built up. But I think it'll go smoothly enough until Nightmare On, where I cry on the floor. Yeah. Anyway, last attempt. Well, that was a disaster.
Biddy bab. Like biddy bad, am I right?
Like, I was staying alive, but everything was just falling apart. Okay. Well, let's look on the bright side of this instead. We did all of the custom night challenges except for Golden Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a successful stream. That is a lot of stuff done.
This stream has sort of been a mess. This specific one, the one that's been happening right now, for the last 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But you know, it's
But I'll sleep on it. I'll have a clear head in the morning. I'll do a little bit more like research on like specific strategies and whatnot. And I think I'll have a better mindset too, just in general.
yeah,
And
tomorrow morning.
yeah, and I hope to get through
And
it in the
then
morning. If I don't, it's not a huge deal. I'll get it eventually. I'm not giving up on it. Just like the FNAF 4 blind challenges. And then we'll move
yeah,
on to
and
Pizza
then
Sim, and it'll go great. And
when
we'll get Henry to do his speech, and it'll be all feel good, and all that.
Although for one of you, the darkest pill?
Pill?
The darkest pill
Mr.
of hell?
Afton,
Although for one of you.
your pills are ready.
You know what always helps me?
Snickers. You're not you when you're
No, I'm
hungry.
referencing the FNAF. I'm referencing the FNAF movie, the pharmacist.
I don't care.
I'm making a FNAF reference.
No, we have like a purple guy from the Foxy Go 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 minigame. Foxy runs out and instead of going to the children, just runs up to purple guy with the funny face, and he gives him a Snickers and it's like, "You're not you when you're hungry," and then he eats the Snickers and he just turns into like a normal guy.
He turns into a normal guy.
We've never actually seen William Afton not purple, have we? Outside of a Spring Bonnie suit.
Yes.
We have?
In the graphic novels.
I'm not
and in
talking
the-
about alternate media. I'm talking about like in the game universe.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that orange guy is him, but like it's not.
No. I watched a theory yesterday
A game
morning.
theory?
No, it wasn't that. That was trying to argue that orange guy was Afton. And I don't agree with the theory, but I do respect him for not saying that the kid was crying child and the guy on the couch was Michael, because I hate that theory so much because it's just not.
It's not Michael. More than Michael. Watch TV. No, I really do think it's later. It says later that night. That's the name of the game. Is later that night.
Yeah, they're trying to say it's later
You only
the night
see
that...
one night in the game.
Yeah, they're trying to say it's later that night from Charlie's murder.
Yes.
It's not.
That's not William.
Exactly.
It's. Well, I mean, actually, we see two nights. We see Charlie's murder, and we also see Susie's murder.
Well, that didn't happen at night. Unless it did, but I doubt it. I don't know why I doubt it, actually. I was gonna say it because, like, it's like full, like, operational hours of the Freddy Fazbear's. But so is Charlie's
because
murder.
It wouldn't have been. It couldn't have been either of them. You know why?
Why?
He went to that place again.
I mean, that sounds irrelevant.
He.
Yeah.
If it's Charlie or Susie, it wouldn't make sense for the person to say he.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so the working theory is that this is a new character. This is not anybody we know. Orange guy's just a guy.
No, yeah.
It is the father of one of the missing children incident
Correct.
victims. And I don't know why, but I was working off the assumption it was like Susie
No.
or something.
Did you forget?
That would make any sense.
Did you
because
forget why we think it's one of the MCI kids?
Not exactly, no. Why?
Because in the Toy Chica, the high school years, when she's describing all the murders of William Afton.
Oh yeah.
She specifically
I'll come
mentions
to your house
Susie.
and- yeah.
And then she, in a different one, mentions, I'll come to your house, and if you don't answer the door, I'll look for a window.
Yes, that's what the one is. Yes, you're correct. You are 100% correct. I forgot about that part. I did know about that part. I just slipped my mind in the moment.
That's why it can't be Susie.
Yes. It's different missing children. Different missing child. Who are we? Who put bets on which child you think it is? My bets are on Gabriel.
Could be.
Gabriel, Jeremy, Fitz, or Cassidy? Question mark.
Definitely not Cassidy.
Why not Cassidy?
That's because it's not the murder.
Hmm.
That's not Cassidy's murder.
Proof?
Because Cassidy's was the one you should not have killed. It was the special one that caused all the stuff for it to just be, oh
No,
yeah,
I
I can
think
empty
it's-
from your house.
No, I view the one as like, I view him being the one that you should not have killed, quote unquote, as less of being special and more just being fucking pissed about it.
No, yeah, but Golden Freddy was the only one not brought to life by the puppet.
Yes.
That's what I meant by special, not like...
But how did Cassie get into Golden Freddy?
The theory that I've heard that I like is that William was killing the first four and then stuffed them into the suits. But because of the order that he did it, they didn't immediately like possess the robot or anything. We need the puppet to help with that. But by Cassidy, he had thought that Charlie died like as the puppet was there, and that's what caused the possession. So he killed Cassidy already in the suit instead of before.
Hold on. He killed Cassidy using the suit.
Maybe.
Because, okay, no, because there are several times whenever they talk about springlock suits being used as like murder torture devices. Like throughout the series.
No?
Yeah. Silver Eyes.
Okay, when you say
This
throughout the
very game
series,
earlier.
when you say throughout the series and we're talking about games, you can't start saying books. You have
Hold
to
on,
make
hold
it
on.
clear you're talking
This
about
very
books.
game. Remember when we go hide in a springlock
Yes.
suit?
Baby
They
says,
talk about
or
it
I
not
guess
being used
Innard
as it should
says,
be.
yes, not used as it should be. That is
I've always
debatable
interpreted that as
how it's interpreted. I interpret it as used for murder, as in, like,
no. William would never use anything but Spring Bonnie for murder.
we don't necessarily know that that's not the
Dude,
Spring
I
Bonnie
don't know.
suit.
That one, it's not Spring Bonnie. He wouldn't just leave Spring Bonnie down in there. Would he? No, this is his laboratory. Of course he would have Spring Bonnie down there. Maybe it is Spring Bonnie. Who knows? Doesn't seem like Spring Bonnie though.
Because the thing
Because
that
it's got
gets
like
me,
face
exactly,
plates.
it has face
Spring Bonnie
plates.
doesn't have the face plates.
But it could be a work in progress, like fun time Bonnie type of thing. Like he made a Springlock
Nah.
suit based off of Spring Bonnie. You say no, there's nothing that contradicts it, there's just nothing that supports it either.
No. Yeah. I mean, that we can't go. Look, that's literally the Matt Pat way of thinking. Is nothing supports
No,
it, but like nothing contradicts
I'm
it.
not saying
So like
that it
I'm
is
trying
true,
very
I'm
hard
just
to
saying...
avoid that.
I'm not saying it is this because nothing contradicts it. I'm just saying you can't say it's not that because nothing supports it. I don't necessarily believe... I believe that we don't know what it is. I'm not going to try to say it is this or it isn't this. I'm just tossing out ideas. Oh no, I do sound like Matt Pat. It's just
Hey,
a theory.
that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Anyways, I really do think I don't think he ever used anything other than Spring Bonnie. He is a very prideful man.
No. It's hard to say because
From
Silver
every
Eyes trilogy.
Silver Eyes the
wouldn't.
movie, like everything we've seen of him in the like games, whenever he speaks in things like Pizza Sim, like you hear him speak as if he's like above everyone else, and he's got a lot of pride.
When does he speak
Like
in
there's no
Pizza
way
Sim other than I always come back?
he has a line, I don't remember when it is, but he says something about it being a deceptive calling. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
William Lines, Pizza Sim. Where was it? He's not the main antagonist with lines. Hold on. Fandom Wiki sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
I was not searching for another incarnation. He gets you $1,000 for salvaging him. That's terrible.
$1,000 for finding my long lost father?
Okay. What a deceptive calling. I knew it was a lie the moment I heard it, obviously, but it is intriguing nonetheless.
Yeah, I remember that
I
line
don't
now.
know. These lines, everything I've ever seen from him paints a very prideful
Because
picture of
like
him.
I like reading that line as absolute bullshit. He did not know it was deceptive. He fell for it.
He knew that it was deceptive, but he did not know what it was.
I
I
don't
like to
believe
read
he
it
did.
as he knew that it was bullshit because he built robots forever.
He
He
used to
knows
be a
that these
genius,
aren't
and then he
actual
rotted in a corridor for like what, 20 years?
but like the thing is, he's not stupid. He's a dumbass, but he's not stupid. He's quite
He
intelligent.
used to be.
The thing I do not think that he would like go into this thing where he's like, there is no actual children here.
I firmly believe
The fuck
that
is going
after
on here?
20 years of immeasurable pain from being spring locked and rotting in solitary confinement, he's lost it.
No, because like, okay, I fully think that he went up there, saw the fucking Rask, and went, Henry.
Maybe.
I fully think that he went in and saw all this bullshit and went, what the fuck are you doing, Henry?
I think he's just a little hopped up on Reddit.
I don't know. Look, man. I like my I like my villains to be a little bit more than completely fucking lost it. Okay.
He was.
Look, man. Don't you bad talk my dad.
But also, the entire thing about William is that his entire motivation is that he completely lost it. A different type of lost it, sure, but
I like
he
how like
snapped
you
in
only have the
his
one
grief.
word.
And that is the
I
only
like how
reason
like
any of these murders happened.
yes, but he snapped in his grief, but he did not like go insane. He still has a head on his shoulders, albeit one that's screwed all the way fucking loose, but it's still there. He still thinks.
Because if
He's
that's
not
the case,
functioning off
if
instinct.
he is full William Afton mental capacity, what the hell
William Afton was
was he
always just fucking
doing
insane.
between escaping Fazbear's Fright and Pizzeria Simulator?
The books answer this.
God damn, I hate the stupid books that I don't have.
I have them right here. I have them right over there. You can borrow all of them. You're looking for the Stitch Wraith stingers at the end of every book.
You also said the books answer what Molten Freddy and Scrap Baby are doing after Sister Location until Pizza Sim, right?
Yep.
Because I kind of, without having that answer at least, I kind of hate how they're doing that for 30 years. They're just hanging out in the streets.
I don't know what they're doing, but hope to God we get an answer.
You said we
Oh
did get an
wait,
answer.
you didn't let me finish.
Well,
I said, oh wait, and then pointed at the fucking stack of books over there. Unless I am completely wrong, and I completely read into these things wrong, those answer things.
well, I hope so. But I also
At the very
question,
least, Molten Freddy.
I just also question if there's like a answer that can be given that I will accept. Because
Would they accept it that way?
I think it's a little silly that Scrap Baby and Ennard have just been hanging out in the sewers for 30 years before getting lured into a restaurant to burn to death. It's like Ennard talks a lot of game to just sit in a corner and do nothing for 30 years.
Stitch Wraith.
That sure is a thing you keep saying.
You will understand it once you read the thing. Basically, it's what Molten Freddy goes by.
Okay, where's Scrap Baby?
Good question. Scrap Baby's the only one I don't know. I assume it's in there. I just haven't read those books in a while.
Sigh.
I remember Afton, and I remember Scrap Baby. Afton's only been free for what, like a couple years.
Yeah, the indeterminate amount of time between Fazbear's Fright and Pizzeria Sim.
I don't think it's long after Fazbear Fright.
I don't think it's very
That
long after. I think it's like 2 years tops.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, like a couple years maximum. Because I think that Henry would have caught wind of William being there, caught wind of the place burning down.
No,
Somebody would have said something about the animatronic they found being missing.
yeah, like as soon as it burned down
And
to the ground, I think Henry like immediately went, "Okay, I need to start acting now."
okay, now's my time. And then built the pizza sim and he built all the Rask and everything. Remember Saturday. You want them all to be in one place.
Oh my god, that's perfect. We're gonna be playing Pizza Sim on Saturday.
We will. You've played right into our hands. Did you really think that job just fell out of the sky for you? No, it was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do, and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full. Sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you even still remember that name,
But you've been
but I'm afraid you've
misinformed.
been misinformed. You have not been here. You have not been called here to receive a gift, although you have indeed been called into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A maze with no exit. A labyrinth with no exit. A maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you've been trapped.
That's such a good speech.
Connection terminated.
This ends now
I don't know.
for all
Like,
of us.
this ends now for all of us in communication. Look, there will, like, I know that I'm a Fnaf fan, so my word holds very little weight. But, although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, old friend. It's one of the rawest fucking lines in all of fiction.
It's pretty good.
Like, you could not top that to me. You'd have to come up with some fucking bullshit to fucking top that.
The
Because
problem, though,
that being the finale to this entire series, until they bring it back, that is fucking amazing.
like the only problem I have with it is if you only play the games, it has no impact. You don't know what the heck a Henry is. In fact, he's not even called Henry in the games. Like, there's this guy talking big game, and you're like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, but FNAF is a multimedia series.
It wasn't until
You,
it was.
I've never once seen a Halo fan get mad whenever something from the books is referenced. Never once.
Hi.
You don't exist.
I wish.
I like literally FNAF is the only thing I've ever seen people go, you have to read? Like, yes.
Okay, but the problem is
Boo fucking who?
the problem is that if you want to have things tie into books, that's fine. The thing with Halo, and I hate to be defending this because I still don't super love it for a reason that I will attempt to explain later. But the thing with Halo is those books are canon. They are stories that are happening in universe at different times. The thing with FNAF is that they aren't. Some aspects translate over, but the stories themselves are self-contained.
I think that's the best way to do this. I think that's the best way to do that.
It's not.
Because you are not required. You want to know something? Five Nights at Freddy's has always been built on the foundation of people sharing it around. Right? People sharing it around, talking about it online, right? Would it not make sense that the key information from the books is part of that information that gets spread around?
Okay, the problem with that, though, is that only works if you're there from the start. It is an amazing, interesting, super cool ride if you are there from the start. But if you are late at all and you try to get into things, you will be so confused because you have missed that train. There is nothing in the games that says, now you should read a book. You would only be doing that if you A, already know you need to, or B, you were into the games when the books came out.
This is gonna sound really stupid, but this is sort of a moot point. Because this is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, and
It's infamous at this point. You kind of can't go anywhere without thinking about, like, if you do try and get into FNAF, you already know about all this stuff.
I hate to break it to you, you're speaking as an insider.
I am, but, like,
You already know about the books, so you think, how could you
even speaking
possibly
to outsiders,
get in without knowing about the books? As
like,
someone who has
even,
been
like,
straddling the line between insider and outsider for the past, like, 3 years, no. No one knows about the books. That they're necessary, that they're required.
I mean, whenever I talk to people about it, they're always, like, I bring up the books and they're like, oh yeah, the books, aren't those, like, those things? And, like, there's a conversation about the books, but, like, because they're, you sort of, it's hard for me to speak because I can't. It is true. I am an insider. I always have been an insider. Like since the very beginning, I've been an insider. So it is. I am not going to deny that there is a level of, what's the word? It's
Bias.
not nepotism. God no. Um, what?
Bias.
Yes, yes, bias. There is a level of bias. I will not deny that. But like, even then, like, if you are really trying to get into FNAF, there it takes a little bit more homework. Like it's still doable.
It is, but you have to know that you need to do that homework.
But the thing is that it's FNAF, and everybody who knows about FNAF, even passingly, knows
No,
that you have to do that homework.
not passingly. You are severely underestimating the amount of people who only know Five Nights at Freddy's as the pizza game with the security cameras and the bear.
Everybody that I've ever talked to who is very much an outsider know it as the pizza game with the funny bear with the convoluted ass lore that you have to do fucking years of homework for.
Are these people on Twitter or are they random people?
Just people I meet in my life,
I don't know who you're meeting.
people at work, people at things I go to, coworkers, friends of friends.
But in a vacuum, without talking to other people or hearing from other people, there is nothing looking from the outside in that insinuates that the books are necessary for the games.
But the thing, okay, you are correct. But the thing is that this will never exist within a vacuum.
Let me frame it this way. This was something I had to learn to accept when the Mario movie was coming out. There are people, a sizable portion of people, not at all anywhere near a majority of people, but a sizable portion of people who don't know what Mario is. If there are that many people who don't know what Mario is, how many people do you think know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's?
I mean, okay, the thing is, the people who don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's aren't the kind of people who are going to be looking to get into it.
I think it is.
It is by zero stretch of the imagination an accessible franchise. None at all. You have to be a fucking turbo autist to fucking keep up with this shit. There's a reason the FNAF fandom is like it is.
That's the
Because there's a
problem,
very
though.
specific kind of people that
It's like there
actually,
is a slight layer of gatekeeping to it,
there is.
and that's kind of problematic. because the approach the books take, I think, is a very effective one in the situation that I described of being there from the start and reading the books as they come out. But for trying to get into it, having the books be the way they are, where they are self-contained stories with elements that are relevant to the main series, is really, really awkward and convoluted for almost nothing. Because you also have to like pick and choose while reading the books. You're like, it introduces so many new characters, so many new concepts. You have to pick and choose which concepts are actually a thing and which concepts are just, oh, this is a book.
The thing is, like, I'm gonna say this so many times because it's eternally relevant. But this is a series built and bred off the internet. And you will never be in the position where you're trying to, decipher things based off what's relevant and what's not on your own. It will always either be in the moment with all the rest of the community, or in retrospect where we've essentially figured it all out.
Okay, but it's completely different from doing that with games and doing that with the books, because in the game, everything in the game is relevant to the game. Whether or not it's relevant to the overarching plot and is actually worth discussing is a different story, but everything in the games is relevant to the games. In the books,
Yes.
like 2% of things are relevant to the games.
Sorry, I'm trying to formulate what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Relatable.
Doug.
You see, that's a good point. The movie, Doug. Doug is not relevant to the games, which means the games suck, and honestly, we should just only care about the movie from now on.
Yes. Doug is a microcosm of the Fnaf fandom. Full stop. That is just a fact.
Yes.
It fully encapsulates what the Fnaf fandom is.
But also, like, just from
Please.
the start of the
Sorry.
series itself, the way Scott approached things in general already demonstrates that this type of storytelling was a mistake.
It is not future proof.
That's not even what I mean. Because he made FNAF 3, that was meant to be the end of the series. He made FNAF 4 because people weren't able to piece together the story he was trying to tell. Because he just didn't
Yeah.
give enough of it. So he made 4, and again, his storytelling was so outlandishly cryptic for no reason. I like it. I'm not saying this is bad. I am just painting the picture. That, again, no one got the story. So he gives, like, he keeps making new games to explain plot points he failed to explain in the first place.
Yes.
Like, it has become a feature now to do things that way, and that's kind of how the books happened, because they're capturing that same approach that originated from, for lack of better phrasing, bad lack of forethought. There we go. Because the first couple games were just him not having the right balance of hidden versus non-existent. So it became a
Yes.
cycle of new
FNAF 1
game
had,
to FNAF 1 did it great.
FNAF 1 had a very vague but sort of clear story in its vagueness, where it's told the story of 5 murdered children, bodies gone missing, robots start to leak. You understand it. It doesn't fill in the blanks for you, but it gives you all the pieces necessary. Right?
Yes. But I think it's very interesting to like look at the series that way, where you see the story, the way it progressed, and then you understand why the design choices are the way they are, why the games now are the way they are, why the books are the way they are, and it's really interesting how it all came about unintentionally. Because like it's easy, kind of like the start of this conversation, to look at this as a whole in the now and go, "This is ridiculous. Who thought this was a good idea?" And it is really funny because it wasn't an idea. It just kind of unfolded that way, and it just became a staple.
Just how things were.
Because it was absolutely not like Scott's intention to to make all these games and to do like plot unfolding this way. It was really just, all right, this is the end of my trilogy. Oh, people aren't getting it. Okay, I'll make another game to explain it. I'll flesh things out some more. It'll be okay. Oh, people still aren't getting it. I'll make another game. This time, it'll make perfect sense. Oh, they still don't get it. I'll add a custom night. And I will like yell in their faces what the answer is.
I'll say to them, Father,
It's me, Michael. Oh my gosh,
She
I can't
was
believe
right where I
Springtrap was
said she'd
Michael.
Guys, Mike Trap. And then everybody in a 5-mile radius went and throttled the nearest child.
Do you remember the 2 Springtrap theory?
Yes.
One's Michael, one's William.
I think that may genuinely be the stupidest thing I've heard in a while.
Oh, it's one of them.
And I've heard a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, you've been talking to me all day.
Yeah, but you didn't say the two. You don't believe the two my Springtrap theory. So
Well, no, I was going off of that you've heard a lot of stupid shit.
oh,
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
you didn't say anything stupid. Oh, I mean, you have said something stupid, but like irrelevant.
You're missing the joke. Anyway.
You say stupid things, but like irrelevant. What is mad? Anyways, yeah. What were we getting at? I don't know.
I don't know.
Least accessible. Scott Cawthon rolls least accessible series ever. Ask to leave game development.
Moral
like,
of the story is that was a very thought-provoking conversation. Stream's over.
Stream's over.
Everyone go home. There's nothing to see here.
All right. Everyone out. Go screw. Go scram shoe. Except you. You can stay.
I love that part. But anyway, I am gonna end my stream now.
Good idea.